Welcome to episode 5 of my fat life. Grandpa Will isn't with us anymore. He's not dead, though sometimes I wish he would so I can get into the cupboard more. But no, he isn't dead. he he went away for a little bit. He went back home to wherever his home is. And before he left, he patted me on the head. He put his hand on William's shoulder and gave it a gentle squeeze. Oh, and then he looked at my mom, and then he kissed her right on the lips. He's a very loving, caring, compassionate man. People like that we need more of in this country. Maybe people like that should be running this country. Maybe then I wouldn't cry when I'm being sprayed with the hose from my son. But anyways, enough about all my life and family. I'm a church-going man. I love Jesus. I love chicken. And I love the gospel. So today, we went to church. Me and Willy and Mama, we all went to church. We all got in the truck and we drove the 82 miles to go to the church. We don't go to a normal church like some of you folks, but we like going out to the country churches because they've got the best food. We like to go over and we like to sit down in the sun and eat nothing but chicken and bread. So much so that we went all the way 82 miles now, and we heard stories about Jesus making food appear out of nowhere, and all his miracles. Maybe if Jesus was around today, he would cure the thin-shaming people who hate fat people, and then cure them of their hate. Wouldn't it be great to have that? Wouldn't it be great to have the power where you could go out and make food out of nothing? My mama says that's what it gets to get a job and feeding 2 deadbeat children now. But anyways, I would make so many Twinkies and Ho-Hos and buckets of chicken that I would feed myself for eternity. But when we went to the church, it was a little hot in the church. I think maybe the fans weren't working, but we went to the church and we sat down and the minister was talking to us. He pointed around the room and we sit by ourselves. We sit on a bench by ourselves. Nobody wants to sit with us. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I can't control my bowels anymore that good. So I went over and I just started praising Jesus. But I was really covering up the tremendous sounds coming from my nether regions now. And people were just freaking out and screaming and everything. And people started puking. There was this old lady. Her name is Rosemary. And she's a kind old woman. Been around a lot. And she just started puking when she started singing the hymn. Go tell her on the mountain. It was like, go tell her on the And I felt bad for her. I thought maybe she might have been stricken with the Freddie Mercury disease. But no, it turned out to be me, apparently. The pastor and the minister, whatever his name is, I don't really get to know his name. I just smell the chicken coming out of his office. And people were like, it's this guy over here. And I started pointing at Willy, and I was like, hey, it's Willy, you guys, not me. It's Willy. And Willy ran out crying. I felt kind of bad for him. We still couldn't find him after the church thing, but we finally came home about 6 hours ago. He said a nice truck driver gave him a ride back, and that he had to do a little job to pay him off, which I think is nice, teaching kids how to do that sort of thing. Though he's 21 years old, I still love my boy. And so we're no longer welcome back in the church. Apparently, the mess that I made within my nether regions stained the bench. And now Mama, myself, and Willy were darned to hell for our crimes committed in the church. And we're stricken down for all eternity, says the minister and his congregation. But anyways, we're going to a new church next week, a church where they'll let people like me live and roam freely with the other people, and hopefully my order of adult diapers comes in sooner than later, because I just keep staining everything that I sit on, apparently. That's what my mama tells me. But anyways, I got to go. Knock coats on, and I just love that theme song. Bye, everybody.